So I had to uninstall. Let me know if my my sound is working. Can anybody just let me know if the sound is working? It says I got 2 mics going now. Let me take a look. Okay. What about now? Oh, I'm starting to get so frustrated with this microphone. Let's take a look at this. Okay, so definitely need to fix something. Just give me a moment. I'm in awe. I truly am. Okay, so we still have microphone issues. Recording, properties. Okay, so definitely not fixing anything here. Let's see, I'm going into hardware and sound. Let's see what I can find in here. Oh, lordy, lordy, lordy. Okay, so there's no change. I'm going to take it. No change, right? Testing, testing. All right, no change. I am in a quandary. Hold on a second here. Use device timestamps. Let's try this. Testing. Testing, testing. Anything changed? Has anything changed? Seeing some MC Hammer. Okie dokie. I'm just... Sounds like I'm using two mics, but I'm not. Any luck now? I'm only using one mic. There's an echo. You're saying there's an echo. There's only one thing it can be. The only other microphone in this computer is on the webcam, but I'm pretty certain that is turned off. Okie dokie. Sounds like I'm wearing two. Buffering. There is not even custom audio device. All right, testing. Testing, testing. All right. Hold on a second. I just changed something. Okay. Can anybody tell me if something has changed? Okay, mute my large mic, and that's actually a good point. I'm shutting it down. What do you mean, no sound? Tell me how it's changed. Now they're saying no audio. All right, folks, I'm going to end this chat. This wasn't much of anything right now, so sorry to waste everybody's time. I'll try to back to echo. I'll try to fix things. I don't. Wait, hold on a second. There is an audio mixer here. Testing, testing. All right, esoteric. I'm going to fix it and come back. Unbelievable. Unflippin' believable. We need to discuss that. It's not too bad now. Made up Muppet. How does it sound? Still got the echo, huh? It's not too bad, people are saying. Desktop audio? I have no flipping clue. Wait a second, I do see something. Hold on a second. Testing, testing, testing. What about now? What about now? So I just noticed that there was a mic setting as well as a microphone set. There was a mic auxiliary setting, and there was a... It's good. Okay, I think I figured it out, but not worth fixing right now. I know how to fix it, I think, but I don't think it's going to allow me. So basically, in my menu settings, this is a Yeti microphone. So in the menu settings, it's showing a mic and a Yeti in my streaming software. So, okay. I'm going to start drinking on the job here, I swear. This is getting difficult. Truly is. It truly is. Boomer tech issues have been resolved. Hey, at least I resolved it, you know. But I'll tell you, I don't think I could do it without you folks. I need that feedback of what I sound like, you know. So let me pull up some websites here so I can... So you guys want to talk? I presume I heard court rulings, and you know, I was listening to the court ruling. I want to be careful what I say, and it's amazing when you look at the activists out there. Now they got activists who just come in just for anything, you know. They got the rainbow, the colored flags. What do you care about? You got women with colored flags protesting the Supreme Court's ruling on abortion. It's like they have no life. Because I'll tell you, they're not going to have a kid if they're gay or something. Right? I mean, best case scenario, they adopt. So how does abortion affect them? So it's like they go from one riot to another, from one subject to another. They just professional activists. I think they're actually paid and bussed around the United States just for anything. They'll just, one minute they're protesting abortion, the next minute they're protesting police brutality, the next minute they're in another state protesting something else. So it is amazing to what I'm seeing, and I think some of them make money. Believe it or not, you take a look at them; they don't look like they have a dime between them. You know, let me take a look. I want to take a look at the silver prices. Career protesters, yeah. They don't even know what they're protesting about. According to them, their rights for abortion were just taken away completely. When it just happens that it was just given back to the states. And the states, most of the states have already stated that they're going to resume business as usual. Okay, it's up to the states now. It's not like you can't get an abortion. But the news has just, they believe everything in the news. You can't get one now. According to them, you just can't get one. It's impossible. And I'll tell you why the federal government's making a big deal. You know how many donations to the Democrat Party come from the abortion lobbyist? Planned Parenthood. It comes directly to them. Now, Planned Parenthood and all these groups have no reason to give money to the federal government. Now they pretty much have to kiss ass of the individual states. So that's why the federal government, they were protecting their pipeline of money, in my opinion. That is just one reason. Just one. I think it's also being used politically to make, just to make some kind of subject matter before the midterms. They're using whatever they can to get everybody's mind off of the phenomenal job this president is currently doing. So they don't want anybody to really think about that. Think about all this other bullshit that's going on. Okay, silver markets closed about 41 minutes ago. $21.24 a troy ounce of silver. Gold is $1,827 for a troy ounce of gold. Markets are in the green. They're up, but not much. I think they're just going to sit around that $21 mark for silver and $1,800 mark for gold for a while. You know how the precious metals are. My advice to everybody, I really do believe precious metals are, this is just an opinion based upon no expertise. So please do not invest on my opinion. Just food for thought. I think the precious metals markets are going to tank, and it's coming. It's coming within the next month or two. I don't think anybody should sell their precious metals in the hopes, well, if I sell now while it's still high, I can repurchase when it falls. We all know what happens when precious metals fall. It gets bought up. All the online retailers get bought up and sold out within hours. And if you've already sold and you're unable to replenish that stock at a lower price, you're screwed. Just hold on to what you got. Please. I implore you. There's just a feeling I have. I've talked this over with a few friends who know about this, and they feel the same way. Do not try to sell high now in the hopes of buying low when it does crash. Please. And this goes for right now your cryptos. I think XRP is going to make a lot of people millionaires. But they're hoping that if they can crash the markets, regardless of whether they're cryptos or precious metals, they hope when they crash it, you'll freak out and sell. What did they like to do? They'll scoop it up on pennies on the dollar because you just were scared out of the market. Don't be. Just hold on to it. You already spent the money on it. We've all experienced this before when precious metals prices fall significantly. We go online and everything is sold out. Or if you're able to load the cart and make a purchase, you find out 48 hours later, no longer in stock. Your payment was refunded. So just be careful. That's all I'm saying. I think they're going to try to scare everybody out of the markets. I'm not selling a damn thing. Not a flippin' thing. Coin market. Let's take a look at the crypto markets, and then we'll talk about what you want to talk. Bitcoin's up a little bit. It's up with the 1 hour charts, the 24-hour charts, and the 7-day charts. It's up about 21,300 per Bitcoin. I believe that this is also going to crash pretty soon, within the next few weeks to a month. 19, it was at 19, a week or two ago, 19 and change. I think it's going to go lower. I think it's going to go significantly lower, maybe 17 or 16. XRP, the lawsuit's finishing up. It looks like XRP is going to prevail as the winner. It's also rumored that XRP is the chosen coin, the new monetary system, so to speak, to replace the failing paper dollar. I would definitely get yourself some XRP if you can. Right now, it is 36 cents. It is up. I think it was like 3 or 4 days ago. It was like 31 cents. So it's slowly climbing. I'm just looking for THETA now. THETA is my next coin. $1.40, that's up from about $1.29. So things are starting to look good, but I think this is just temporary. I think things are going to actually swing around when they go to crash the markets to scare you out of the market. That's the whole thing, the manipulation of precious metals, cryptos, everything. So just hold on for dear life. So yeah, the court ruling on the concealed carry, that was a good win for us, for New Yorkers. They're making all kinds of excuses why this is a bad thing. Well, now we're going to... And he says it. What's that mayor, the new mayor? He says it. Well, now we're going to have... And he said these exact words. Well, now we're going to have... We're going to have law-abiding citizens carrying concealed. And there'll be a shootout at every drop of a hat now. So, but he doesn't have an issue with the criminals carrying concealed. He doesn't have that. That never even came into his head. Who's the mayor? What's that bald head black guy? Mayor, New York. Yeah, Eric Adams. That's his name. Eric Adams. I'm not too concerned about this clown. What concerns me now is we have 8 Republicans who voted and sided with liberals for changing gun laws, changing the age, increasing the age of purchase of weapons, as well as red flag laws. And the red flag laws really are scary because those have what they call a creeping effect. There's no rhyme or reason. There's no rule. It'll slowly creep to where, at a drop of a hat, they'll come and take your gun. So much as your neighbor didn't like the fact that you didn't pick weeds, he'll make a complaint to make your life miserable. Well, your neighbors are afraid of you. You have any weapons? And those are red flag laws. When you go to the hospital and they ask if you're depressed. I actually went to the doctor checkup, and he actually started talking about if I was depressed and how often do I get depressed. I kind of knew what was going on. They can report you, their patient. There's no such thing as HIPAA protection, privacy protection, medical protection any longer. They can report you and they can come get your guns. So that I think it passed the Senate, and we'll see what happens. We really will. I'm looking at the news charts right now. I'm just so disgusted. I'm actually been nervous about making videos. I've had a couple of people approach me at work. All of them have thanked me for the videos that I do. But it is shocking when I'm walking down a hallway and somebody that I don't know kind of jogs up to me in the hallway and says, "Hey, I saw your videos. You're doing a good job. Thank you." It still gets me nervous because for every person who appreciates my videos, I'm wondering how many others do not. And I've been really nervous about making videos because of the corporations and the stances they have been taking lately. So I've kind of slowed down the videos. I'm kind of very nervous about, or I'm very careful about what I talk about now. It is what it is, you know what I'm saying? So let me go and say hello to a few people. We'll talk about what you want to talk about. By the way, if you guys ever shop at Walmart, they're the only place you can buy them. And no, I don't make money off of these, but I just love them so much. They're in the ice cream aisle, and they're the boxes, the big freaking boxes of ice cream sandwiches. They're right there, and there are these. I'm going to try to get at my ugly face. They're like two, I wouldn't say oatmeal cookie, but they do have that taste to them. 2 oatmeal cookies, I'll just call them. They're more like granola cookies. They're kind of like that ice cream sandwich coated in a thick layer of chocolate. Oh, if you guys ever, there's a good picture of it, but you ever see them, man, you guys got to try them. You really do. They're phenomenal. Esoteric, I really do appreciate your help with my microphone issues. as well as everybody else. I got some good feedback from everybody, and without you, I wouldn't have been able to fix it. You got to have somebody to tell me what they're hearing, because I don't hear myself. Me, you, happy Friday. Thank you so much, 49er. Can see you now. Okay. And Swolf. Audi is clear and we have sound. Game on. Okay, thank you. Brandy McMurphy. So we're just sitting doing nothing. And that's the way silver is, right? I always told you that silver is a very... we're not talking about collecting numismatic coins and whatnot. We're just not talking about collecting. But for silver stackers, it's actually very boring, because silver makes very small movements, and then once every 2-3 years it jumps up or down, and it makes people freak out, and because they're not used to seeing silver move like that. We saw it when silver, what was it, 2018-ish, 2019 maybe, silver was sitting at $16 or $17 a troy ounce. Then boom, all of a sudden it moved to like $21. Remember that? Everybody freaked out. And then boom, it went to 27. And boom, it went, I think it went as high as 28 maybe. And everybody was just like, whoa. So, but anyway, it fell down, manipulated back down to where they want it to be. And we're just going to let it sit. What I think happened is they drove the price up. Then they dumped their silver on the market, getting more money for their price. Once they sold off their silver, I think it was actually paper, the paper game they were playing, not with physical. Once they sold off and got a high dollar price, that crashed the market back down to where they wanted it to be. That's my theory. Doug Masters, thank you. Said I sounded like a sports broadcaster. Who else? Well, the sound issues, I'm not going to cover the sound issues. Robert Lechenberg, thank you. You're just down the road from me, buddy. You're in Sarita. I'm just scrolling down the names, and it's funny, it's weird. I used to have to wear my glasses to read the text, your messages, and lately my eyes have been clear. Just kind of weird. Christographs, no audio. No, that was old. That's old. Chris Graphs, Meta Muppet. Who else is here? God's Money. Gosh, darn. Okay, here we are. Kent P, thank you. Appreciate it. Reality Dog, did the activists have pro-life moms? Who knows? But it's funny, again, you take a look at some of these activists for the abortions, and they were waving their rainbow-colored flag. Well, if you're gay, you're not going to give birth, because it would require you to have sex with the opposite sex. So why are they out there? What does it have to do with them? You see what I'm saying? Yes, I heard about Bill Gates buying up all the farmland, and a significant amount of farmland. I don't think he's getting in trouble about it. You said he's getting in trouble. No, he's just getting some verbal flack. No one's stopping him from doing what he's doing. What is he going to do with this land? I'll tell you what he's going to do with this land. This land is farmland. Once he buys it, unless he himself farms it, no one else is going to farm it. I think it's an attempt to drive up the prices of food, or sell it to Monsanto, or he already has his Monsanto type of seeds and he's going to do his own farming. We already know what Monsanto does. Fake food coming to a grocery store near you soon. Trust me, I know what I'm talking about. No, but they're not stopping him from buying up all that land. Ray Finkel, thank you so much. Yeah, there's a lot of money coming from Planned Parenthood, and it's just tunneled right to the Democrat Party. Think about that, and you got to wonder why they're making such a big deal over this. I'm not saying this is the only reason they're making a big deal over it. But one of the reasons is they're no longer in our federal control. Now it's under individual state control. They don't like that. Now that's their money pot. Yeah, so Josh, there is going to be a diesel shortage, no doubt about it. There's going to be a shortage of everything, to include food. I'm hearing reports around the country from some of the people I converse with that their grocery stores are starting to they're not stocking as much as they used to. And when they get some cans in, they spread the cans out on the shelf to make the shelf look like it's full. An illusion. So it's coming. And that's why, again, when I used to tell people would call it doom and gloom. Why are we stacking silver? Why are we stacking gold? Why do we buy guns, have ammo? Why do we have a food stockpile? People were like, oh, it's so cool that you're doing this. But when you tell them why, they shut down. They didn't believe it was going to happen. This is what's going to happen. And you ain't seen nothing yet. So I really recommend, if you got the money, get yourself a food supply, backup food supply. First things first, get some rice, some carbohydrates, and some protein powder. Obviously, you can't stock up a year's worth of meat. So go to Costco, get some protein powder. I'm not saying don't try to get some meat, but there's things that you can get that'll help. You can get boxes and boxes of oatmeal. You don't like it? Too bad. Get it anyway. I love these people. Well, my stockpile, it has to be non-GMO and I can't have any gluten. Oh, okay, when you're starving, I hope that diet works out for you. I hope you can find your gluten-free pasta or your whatever, and your non-GMO, whatever the F you eat. But so my point is, food is food. When you're hungry, don't worry about your diet. Get the shit in your belly. I'm telling you right now. I think we're in a recession, Esoteric. I really do. Well, of course there's going to be an ammo. Well, hold on a second. Ammo price crash? No. It's funny, the things that you want, they don't crash those prices. They go through the roof because they're harder and harder to find. When a commodity is harder to find, the prices go up. You can't find, here in Tucson, you can't find ammo unless you go to a specific gun store, a store that specifically sells guns. You can't go to a Walmart. They don't sell it anymore. And these gun stores, you go in there, they're pretty much sold out. And what they got on the shelves, they can mark up the price and get it. So I saw a comment, because I do believe that one day silver will be about $500 or $600 an ounce. But when it does, the world around us is going to be an awful place for a while. And someone made a joke. Well, what good is having silver at $500 an ounce when a package of ramen is $25? Good point. Here's the answer. At least us silver stackers will have $25 to spend on a packet of ramen. If you don't have silver, you ain't going to have nothing to eat. At least we'll have the damn $25. See, I'm glad. I already got my weapons. I really don't. I'm so frustrated with worrying about everything they're trying to make me worry about. I don't really give a damn about. If you don't have a gun by now, you probably don't deserve to have one. That's the way it is. If it wasn't important enough for you to protect your family, who cares anymore? Whatever I got mine. My friends have theirs. Who cares anymore? What they do for laws. I'm just so tired of worrying about what they're going to do with the guns and this and that, and it's just, I got mine. I don't care. Ron Wood, man, it's been a while since I've seen you. Thank you so much for being here. Frank Ramirez. I don't know who's famous, not me. But it was funny though. I went to California. You got to understand, I'm here in Tucson. I went to California to a military base where I was doing some work. And while I was getting processed in the identification center, so when you go onto a military base, most of the time before you go through the gates, you have to stop in an identification center. It's a small building just before you go through the gates. You get your badging and everything. Then you can proceed through the gates with your new badge and whatnot. So while I'm being processed, some guy walks up to me, and a military dude, "Hey, dude." And he thanks me, and, the routine. I get nervous. I don't know what he's going to say, It's happened to me when I went to a cheesecake factory here in Tucson. I'm going to the restroom. Going to wash my hands before I eat dinner. Go to the restroom, do what I got to do. And on my way there, somebody walks right in front of me to block my path. Well, immediately my mind goes into defense mode. I take a bladed stance. I did not lift my arms, but I turned my body sideways in case I needed to. But immediately, profusely, he was thanking me, and he introduced me to his little daughter. And so when people walk up to me, I immediately go into a defense mode. It's just the way it is. I don't freak out to them visually, but inside I'm immediately thinking alternate paths of escape and what to do, how I'm going to defend myself, that sort of thing. But I've been very fortunate that nothing bad has happened. I was in a local grocery store here, and I'm walking down the bread aisle, and there's some rainbow dude from the Rainbow Company, Rainbow Bread, that is, stocking his product. And he stopped what he's doing, he thanked me, and it's kind of weird. It is kind of freaking weird. Reality Dog, consider opening your Windows sound settings to rule out and update change settings. It might not be your mic software. Why, is it the sound problem come back? Has the sound problem come back? Dennis the Menace. Well, raspberries are growing everywhere right now. Delicious. I remember when I lived in New York, used to just go hiking, pick raspberries and blackberries, and I'm talking just in the freaking wild. I'm not talking farms. It was phenomenal. Just bought 2 gold buffaloes last weekend. Oh, I'm so jealous. That's one coin I would love to own. I only have small increments of gold. I have a 1/4 ounce of gold, and I have most of my gold is the smaller increments. My goal one day is to own a gold buffalo. That would just blow my freaking mind. Congratulations on your 2 gold buffaloes. Me, you. Serving Yah. I think the purge is around the corner. And I told you, right? I told you. There'd be something like that where it's legal. I'm not talking about the full-blown purge like the movie, but they're allowing people to come to your house and harass you for thinking your thoughts. Remember, Obama wanted their own special kind of police, a civilian police force. Is this the civilian police force that he was referring to, where you have an opinion and to shut you up, a group comes to your house and starts throwing rocks at your house and shouting through the bullhorn and whatnot? Is this his civilian police force? One has to think about it. Cauldron, thank you so much. Once that market crashes completely, we will see silver explode. We will see silver explode. And you will be grateful that you bought it, regardless if bread is $10 a loaf. Because the people who didn't buy it won't have $10 to buy a loaf of bread. We at least will. But I'll tell you what, you better protect yourselves going in and out of that store with your groceries. Don't go alone. Even a dude. Go as a team. Because that day's coming where you'll be leaving a grocery store and you'll be mugged. You'll be robbed. You'll be beat for your food. And there'll be a time when you're going to need to go with a group of friends, and your group of friends have to do the grocery shopping for their family. You all leave together in the same vehicle, the truck or van or whatnot. That day will be coming. Yeah, maybe I'll reboot the machine afterwards. I'm not going to worry about it. Yeah, so the left, they're calling for people to go out to rural areas and cause damage. But yet, at the same talking out of the other side of their mouths, they want to protect you and take the guns away from you. It's for your protection. I'm just going through the comments when I get quiet. Yeah, Dennis the Menace, I think I agree with you. A lot of money is funneled to our government to provide services to the donator. Yeah, I can show an updated food storage again. It looks the same thing because I don't use it. But I got a feeling we're going to start to use it. Esoteric. Instead of buying 5 small bags of flour from the store, go to Sam's Club or Costco. Buy 1 big flat bag for a fraction of the price that you'll buy 5 small ones for. Yeah, I stocked up on ammo quite a few years ago. A lot of people say, why don't you go shooting? I can't replace the shit. That's why. I can't find any 5.56 ammo around here. I'm not going to give it up. I'm proficient enough. Oh well, I lost maybe some skills from not practicing every day. Agree. But good is being proficient when you run out of ammo and you can't replace it. So I had to do the weight, choose my poison. California, Sacramento, California. Yeah, I agree with you, Perry A. Tucson is what you said it is. Yeah, I think I also have a 1/10 maple. Definitely. Forgot about that. So I'm the type of person, when I buy silver, when I buy gold, when somebody sends me something in the mail, it goes in the safe. I don't see it sometimes for a year or two, and I forget I have it. And that's the way it should be for you. You know what I'm saying? Dennis the Menace, living without bread, cereal, and sugar is a very healthy lifestyle. I agree with you. When times are good, when money and food are plentiful. But when the stores run out of your healthy stuff, bread, ain't nothing wrong with eating bread and cereal. That's the point I was making. It's one thing to be specific about your diet when times are good. Oh, I eat low fat, low calorie, gluten free, non-GMO. That's fine. But when times are bad and you want to eat that way, it ain't gonna work. Dennis the Menace. When I was up northern Arizona, people were raising chickens and selling eggs. Those eggs tasted so much better than what you bought in the store. They really were phenomenal. So MK Ultra, did I at least take profits from THETA into stablecoins at the time of the market? What I did is I actually pulled profits from THETA, from Digibyte. I paid off some debt instead of putting it into a stable coin. I know what you're saying, because when you put it into a stable coin, you set up a future buy. I didn't do that. So, although I did not set up a future order, at least I did pull some profits and utilize those profits. So I want to talk about Lori Lightfoot, Chicago. They're considering outlawing chasing on foot criminals. Do you know that? Now remember, California, you're not allowed to chase a car. Police officer's not allowed to use his car to chase a fleeing vehicle. I think if the speed goes over a certain parameter, if it goes over I don't know, 40, 60, 100 miles, I don't know, per hour. But it's very much like that. Now Lori Lightfoot would like to make it illegal for the police officers to chase a criminal on foot. Can you imagine that? What is this world coming to? It's kind of like, okay, folks, you thieves out there who are going to rip off stores, we're not going to do anything to you unless you're, I forgot what the price was, unless it goes over $10,000. It's just going to be a misdemeanor. We're not going to even do anything about it. What did that do? It enabled people to break into stores or just walk into a store during business hours and just take their leisurely time while they stuffed pillowcases and sacks of stuff and walked out with no one even getting in their way. That it enabled them. So what is this going to do to criminals now? Well, they know now I can do whatever I want, and as long as I start running, they're not allowed to chase me. Think about the stupidity there. But then it gets even deeper than that, because I'm a thinker. Now there's the definition. You're not allowed to chase a criminal. Now there's I call it the Clinton. What's the definition of is? Now there's a definition of what is chase. Because now I think they would like to punish cops if they did pursue a fleeing criminal. So now you have to wonder, what is the definition of chase? Can the criminal just turn around and just walk away? And if a police officer tries to detain him while he's walking, is that considered a chase? Perhaps you're an officer and you walk towards a criminal and he just takes a couple of steps backwards and you, a police officer, move forward towards him. Is that considered a chase? There's all kinds of things now you got to think about. What are they going to try to screw the police officer with? Well, he was walking backwards. He took a couple of steps and you proceeded to walk up to him, and when you put the handcuffs on. So this arrest is being thrown out of court because you illegally obtained him or detained him. There's all kinds of crap now. It's just, I think they're trying to ruin the quality of life for people. They truly are. They're trying to ruin the quality of life for people, because once you can't live safely and you're no longer allowed to protect yourselves, you have to look for somebody else you have to look towards the government. They want you addicted to them so they can remain in power. Well, taking guns away from a law-abiding citizen is giving criminals rights in a weird way. Now they have the right to create a crime and not worried about being shot. It's like these criminals now there's no ramifications for their illegal actions. That's what's going on. Again, the government wants you addicted to them. Yeah, it's crazy. No one stops these criminals from walking in and just taking their time. They don't even care who's seeing them. Breaking a glass of a cabinet and just dumping all the cologne or whatever the hell their electronic devices into a pillowcase, and they're just kind of like browsing. Like, I go up and down the aisles just kind of checking shit out. They're doing the same thing. No one's even bothering them. Police are freaking so understaffed. They're not even... The store calls the police. I just report it to your insurance. Yeah, there's something about Lori Lightfoot. Man, she does look deformed. She really does. Something wrong with her DNA or something. Anyway, folks, I will try to improve the audio settings and whatnot. I really wish there was a way I can test things out before going live, but unfortunately, there is no way. So I do apologize. I'm going to take off. I'm going to end this live stream. I'm going to go have some dinner. And I don't know, I might have a drink or something. I don't normally drink, but I might have a drink. Who else? ACLU controls Chicago PD. Their hands are tied. Yeah, whatever. It's crazy out there. Anyway, folks, have a great day. I appreciate everybody stopping by.